The original was far from the best PC game ever on release, but it was a fan favorite, so perhaps a remake with more polish will put it over that threshold. While the original RPG game was made by CD Projekt Red, using BioWare's Aurora engine, The Witcher Remake is instead being rebuilt from the ground up in Unreal Engine 5 by Fool's Theory. The Polish development studio also assists Larian with gameplay and tools programming support for Baldur's Gate 3, and previously assisted People Can Fly with level design, meshing, and program support for Outriders. Several veteran staff who helped make The Witcher will be part of this project, and CD Projekt Red will provide full creative supervision. Esteemed Polish development studio CD Projekt Red has a number of projects in development, including a remake of the 2007 original The Witcher game. It appears to still be relatively early days for the game, but there are already some key details to know. In addition to The Witcher Remake, CD Projekt is working on The Witcher 4, a Cyberpunk 2077 sequel, a new Witcher game codenamed Project Sirius, and a new IP codenamed Project Hadar. We expect The Witcher Remake release date to arrive in 2028 at the earliest. There's no official information about a game so far out, but we know this one will not be playable before The Witcher 4. Typically, games from CD Projekt Red are only released when the studio says they are ready. For example, we first heard about Cyberpunk 2077 in May 2012, but it didn't come out until December 2020. That's an 8-year wait, with The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt being announced and released between that timeframe. That said, we have confirmation that The Witcher Remake release date will happen after The Witcher 4 release date. CD Projekt Red announced The Witcher Remake in October 2022, and there is no word on a release date as of yet. Pre-orders for The Witcher Remake are not open yet, but it can be assumed that players will be able to eventually order the game from CD Projekt's own GOG store in addition to a variety of other destinations. As of yet, CD Projekt has not released any official trailers for The Witcher Remake. CD Projekt has not announced any platforms for The Witcher Remake, but PC seems to be a given. While it is expected the game will also come to console platforms. The Witcher Remake is being made using Epic's Unreal Engine 5, which is the newest version of the engine. CD Projekt has a deal in place with Epic to make more of its games using Unreal Engine 5 as well, including The Witcher 4. Previously, the Witcher series was developed using CD Projekt's own Red engine. CD Projekt created the Witcher series, but the studio handed off development to Fool's Theory for the remake. CD Projekt boss Adam Badowski sung the studio's praises, saying the team knows the source material well and understand that fans have been looking forward to a remake for some time. A number of Fool's Theory staffers previously worked at CD Projekt on the original Witcher game. CD Projekt Red is providing full creative supervision. A key difference between the original Witcher and the remake is that the remake will be fully open world. Not only was the first Witcher game presented in a more linear fashion, the sequel, Assassins of Kings, was as well. These games featured large open zones players could explore. However, progressing the story past certain key points would move players to a new zone, closing off the previous area entirely. The series didn't go fully open world until 2015's The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. According to Jakub Rokosz, who heads up the remake's developer Fool's Theory, parts of The Witcher that are outdated or are simply bad will be removed. Some fans have already begun predicting which elements will be sent to the chopping block. Obvious changes include the dated combat and traversal systems, while online, fans are speculating that Geralt's infamous romance cards won't be included in the remake either. The Witcher Remake is a new version of the game rebuilt from the ground up. CD Projekt Red boss Adam Badowski said going back to this place and remaking the game for the next generation of gamers to experience feels just as big, if not bigger, than when the studio first released the original game in 2007. The game is based on Polish author Andrzej Sapkowski's novel series, taking place in a medieval fantasy world and telling the story of the monster hunter Geralt of Rivia and his travels throughout a dangerous world filled with human and fantastical enemies alike. It's expected the remake will tell the same story. Of course, the story here could be different as it's another studio creating the game with CD Projekt Red's involvement. However, according to the announcement on CD Projekt Red's website, it's still early, and we want to ensure that the game is created with the utmost care and attention to detail. Therefore, while we're excited to share the news with you, we want to ask you for patience, as it will be a while until we start talking about this project in detail. While we've not seen the game in action yet, a CD Projekt Red quarterly earnings call, the transcript available via a PDF file on the company's website, mentions that The Witcher Remake will be an open-world game more akin to recent games in the series. In an interview with Edge magazine, developer Fool's Theory talks about removing outdated parts of the game so it won't be a like-for-like remake.